Okay, here's another example of solving exponential equations. So let's say this time we have 8 raised to the x plus 2 equals 2 raised to the 4x minus 1. Okay, now this is a little more complicated than the previous example because in the previous example we had the same base on both sides. So we can just equate the exponents and solve that and be done with it. But here, it's a little more complicated because we have a base 8 over here and a base 2 over here. But actually, we're still in pretty good shape because, remember, 8 is actually 2 to the third. So we can express 8 as this base 2 raised to something. And that's good because we have a base 2 over here, and that's going to put us in good shape. So let's go ahead and use this fact to our advantage now. So 8 is being raised to the x plus 2. So what I want to do now is rewrite this as 2 cubed being raised to the x plus 2. And then that still just equals 2 to the 4x minus 1. Okay, now what's going on here? Well, how does this really help us? So what we can do now is use the fact that a to the m, that's an m, and then raised to the n equals a to the mn, where here the 2 is our a, the 3 is our m, and then this whole thing right here is our n. Okay, so the way this is written right here, it's currently in this form right here. What I want to do is express it in this form and then simplify that. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to get 2 to the 3 times the quantity x plus 2 equals, still we just have 2 to the 4x minus 1 on this side. Okay, so how does that help us? Well, now we have a base 2 right here and a base 2 right here, so we have the same base on both sides. So what we can do now is just equate the exponents, just like we did in the previous example. So then we can now just say 3 times the quantity x plus 2 equals 4x minus 1. And let's go ahead and scroll down just a bit. And then what we want to do is distribute the 3. So we get 3x plus 6 equals 4x minus 1. And now we want to add 1 to both sides and subtract 3x from both sides. So we're going to get 7 equals x. Okay, so x equals 7 is the solution to this equation here. The equation that we started with is 8 to the x plus 2 equals 2 to the 4x minus 1. And the solution again is x equals 7. So that's another example of solving an exponential equation.